Hi, welcome to Lesson 32. Today we're going to talk more about the tables feature in Excel 2007. Last time I showed you how cool it was you could scroll down and get these headings to last for you. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to go in and to the bottom, and under the Design tab of Table Tools there is a total row clicked right there. You can turn totals on and off. Now we have a total, and it doesn't just total, it does all kinds of cool things. First thing we're going to do is we can click here and say, tell me the minimum date or the maximum date. You can get averages, you can get all kinds of things. And you can control that across all the different columns and do a different or a separate one for each. Let me show you another trick now that I've showed you that. Sometimes it's helpful. This total row, when you scroll away, you can't see the total anymore. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll come in here and I'm going to insert a couple of rows, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the View tab and I'm going to freeze panes so that when I scroll I've got those rows. Now let's go down to the bottom, end and down, and let me show you what we can do. This is the max, so let's start with min. What you can do is you can take this, copy it, and paste it up here, and we'll call this, we'll call it earliest date, and then we can figure out latest date the same way. We're going to come back down here, I'm going to click that drop down, do max, copy, and paste. Then if I want the average patient age, do the same thing. We're going to take that, we're going to copy, come up here and paste, and average age at the time of their E&M visit. Let's come over a little further. You know, it may be helpful. Let's go end and down to count the number of patients we have. So we'll just pick a field to count, and I have 500 patients. Copy, paste there, and count patients. And then I've added a new column over here with revenue per patient number. So I'm going to sum that, copy that formula up to the top, and we'll call it total revenue. The reason I do that is if you go up here, there's a reason that that number's moving on us. I've still got some random numbers in there, but that's okay. All the data is random. Now that I have this data up here, now that I'm along the top and I scroll down, I've still got all of my revenue, my count, and my earliest, latest date is all showing now. Now watch what happens if, let's say I only want to see, I want to scroll over just a little bit more so you can see this, only patients in NADA. If I click OK, now all these numbers update automatically. I can play with filters here and don't have to scroll down to the bottom of my table to see the answers. I know that if I only look at NADA, I've got 166 patients and 33,000 in revenue, and earliest date's May 8th, latest date April 8th, and there's my average age. And you say, well, does anything change with Kyoto? Sure it does. Older patients in Kyoto, the time that that's covered in my data changed a little bit. I've got a few more patients, and the revenue number changes as well. So the trick is to add the totals row at the bottom. Once you click in Table Tools to make sure you've got a total row. Once you have a total row, copy the formula once you get it the way you want it, whether it's an average or a max, a min, a sum, a count, whatever it is, copy it up to the top and lock these first few, 3, 4, 5 rows in at the top, so when you scroll down they're still there, and then you can easily, there's all the patient ages. Let's see, if I only want patients in the state of Florida, there's my average age, and I need to scroll over and make sure, yep, I've got patients in the state of Florida that are in Kyoto. You explained that to me. And I'm back. And then, you know, I can always come back to data and I can clear all the filters and get back to the 100,000 I started with, 500 patients, and the dates and everything else. I hope you found that trick helpful. It's always clever to be able to scroll down and have these A, B, C, D, E change. But if you want to keep totals or averages or whatever else, these won't change on you. You're going to lock in the first 3 or 4 or 5 rows. But then when you do it, it's very easy to filter or multiple fields if you want and see a variety of changes in your data up at the top. Hope you found that helpful. Thanks for watching.